Old growth forests is another sore point with conservation groups. They were identified as irreplaceable by the Resource and Assessment Commission in 1992, and they were said to be protected on both public and private land. Yet following concerns raised by conservation groups in 2008, a recent audit has revealed that our conservation agency has reclassified extensive areas of mapped old growth forest which should have been protected, and it's now available for logging. We believe that much of these old growth forests have been approved for logging illegally, in breach of the Old Growth Protocol, the Private Native Forestry Code of Practice, the Native Vegetation Regulation 2005 and the Native Vegetation Act 2003. Most of the old growth has been identified as high conservation value and is located within identified priority areas for funding for restoration. This is now going to be a waste of time. It seems ironic that the Northern Rivers Biodiversity Management Plan, which was prepared by DECCW, identifies forestry as a high threat to biodiversity values in the Northern Rivers, while the same government department removes old growth protection with the stroke of a pen and claims that logging under the Code of Practice maintains and improves environmental outcomes. It's an absolute joke. Irrespective of a minor point source disturbance, these areas are very high conservation value, habitat for a raft of threatened species. Yet, with the stroke of a pen, 1 minute they're protected, the next minute it's open slather. These areas can be logged without even doing an environmental survey to see what animals are actually living in them. Once again, maintaining and improving the environment with a chainsaw. Up to 50 PNF PVP contracts would not have been granted in core koala habitat in the Coffs Harbour region, despite ongoing concerns raised by Coffs Harbour City Council over the last 2 years. They continue to issue PNF PVPs in mapped core koala habitat. Once again, in breach of regulations, in breach of the government's own laws. The timber industry is obviously a law unto itself and has captured our Environment Department.
Shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame, Dick, shame! Shame!
John Jeayes, North Coast Environment Council.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Jim Morrison.
Jim, how you going?
They've come to ask you to deliver a letter to Lisa Corbyn.
I'll just grab you my manager, so just give me
sure.
1 moment. How are you?
Jim Morrison.
G'day, Jim. G'day.
Greg Witt.
G'day. And we're a bunch of troublemaking greenies who are unhappy.
Down below, would like to ask you to present this letter, forwarded on to Lisa Corbyn, regarding our concerns with PNF units operations in private native forestry and state forest breaches. And we've called for an investigation.
All right.
It's
So you want me to pass it on to the Director General?
Please.
Okay.
And it's signed by myself as Secretary of North Coast Environment Council and Dylan from NEPA.
Yep.
And if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them.
Well, I don't have any questions at this point, obviously, so
Yeah.
the letter's for the Director General, so I'll leave her to deal with that.
Still not happy, Mavis.
What's that?
Not happy. I mean, it's a bit pat, isn't it? Up to you, Koala. I mean, it's all about you.
Grab this rock.
What must I have to place across my door to keep the angel of death at bay in the middle of a silent war. When love becomes the battle, there's a chance you could not win. And touch is a weapon you can't live without, just might mean the end. And I choose life. Step out of the shadows of fear, day after day and year after year after year.